Join us on Cameo this week as we unbox some of our Mantis gear, make some improvements to our dinghy. But first, we have to have a wonderful dinner with our friends in town in St. Kitts. Said to stay on the end.
What?
It said to stay on the end.
Sometimes you don't have to travel far from your anchorage to find an awesome place like this. This is the Plage right here in St. Kitts. The way they're building it and designing it is just amazing. It's country, simplistic. The staff is outstanding. We had a wonderful time sitting out on the dock watching the sunset. And then at night, the DJ starts playing and the underwater lights kick on, and it's just an amazing feel.
No. I don't know if we're supposed to jump on them.
But what else are we supposed to do?
Sit on them.
I got
It was a wonderful place with good food. But this week, we have a down week here in St. Kitts where we're waiting on a weather window. So now it's time to get to work. And most of that starts with this gray flooring. I bought this gray flooring originally from Amazon, and I cut it myself and I put it down, and I thought I was going to be a genius and save money. And what I did is I bought a knockoff product. I have to admit it. But what you can see is over here, it's just bleeding out completely. And it's peeling up in places. And that has caused some serious safety hazards. Over here, you can see where this engine compartment cover I had came off while I was trying to reel in a salad on our last passage, and it almost sent me overboard. So now it's become a safety issue, but it's a multi-step process. We've got to peel it up, and then what is left, what you'll see here, I bet you this won't pop right on up, is this horrible glue residue. And this step was just like that one. So what we have to do is we have to rip up all of that flooring all along the boat. Then we have to spray it with Gooby Gone, let that sit and soak in, rub it down with the metal scraper to get rid of all the gooey stuff, then come back with the scrub brush and the soap, and then finally we have to grab the Meguiar's fiberglass treatment, and polish it all up. So we got a lot of work to do. Also this week, we are going to unbox some of the presents we've had on the boat for a while, and talk about the Mantis gear that we are sponsoring. But first, before we unbox the Mantis products and talk about our Mantis sponsorship, I wanted to bring up a couple of things because I don't hide from the elephant in the room. I see the names as you guys watch our videos, and I read the comments, and I see that a lot of you are here because you met us through the unfortunate circumstances of Lynette. Well, now I'm talking about sponsorship gear. And any rational person can look at our YouTube and say, well, how'd they get a sponsorship deal? And try and tie the two together. But what you don't know, if you're just finding us on YouTube, is that we've actually been pretty heavy on social medias for better part of the last year and a half or year over on TikTok. My wife has built up quite a following over there and quite a community of people. And that's where the sponsorship originated. The sponsorship deal that we had with Mantis happened way back we started talking in December, I believe, and we finalized it in February. And then I don't remember, I'll have to look back through my road trip through Texas when I went to the factory. But our sponsorship is not related to the tragedy and has absolutely nothing to do with it. Our goal was always in 2026 to really launch our YouTube better to match up with our TikTok. We're not hiding how the sausage is made there. That was our plan. But while we're going to talk about all these wonderful products from Mantis, I do want to state that the two aren't related and just put that rumor to bed. So yeah, as you can see here, Marnie has built up quite a following on TikTok, and it was the people, Captain Matt and Randy Joe on TikTok, that worked with Mantis to work with us to get us a sponsorship way before any of the events that have unfolded in the news unfolded. In fact, I would say the events in the news paused us from putting out videos because we didn't want to affect anything to do with our sponsorship with Mantis or our TikTok, which we don't have hardly anything on TikTok that has to do with the situation. We were trying to keep everything separate. But at this point, we have to move on a little bit with our continuation of our 2026 plan. So that's the disclaimer about all that. And now, let's figure out what's in the big crate.
So this was actually on the floor, which he has started to clean and had to be moved. So for the longest time, everybody has been asking us, oh, did you get a Mantis anchor? And the answer is always, nope, we don't have one of those yet. But we do have this box. So what is in the box?
Everybody asks us, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
So we're going to answer what's in the box right now.
So we have started to try and take this box apart. It is a very complex closed box.
If they make their products half as good as they package them, we're in good shape.
Whee! And it's been on the boat long enough. Whoa, that hit the fishing pole. It knocked our fishing pole down. So he tried to undo these. So these latches are actually like holding this all together. And we're hopeful that it will now. Oh, I see.
It's got nails too.
Well, that and this is now covering. It's got to
gotta go
straight
up.
up. So we thought we knew what we were doing to undo it. We did not fully. So this will take a little bit longer. We tried.
Unboxing montage.
Do, 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 do.
Actually, these aren't too hard to bend up. I'm sure in the instructions, it tells me how to open this.
But my guess is that the instructions are in the box.
And I could have called Philip or Greg and said, hey, Greg, tell me how to unbox this thing so I don't look like a fool.
But what's the fun in that?
There we go. Now y'all know why I married her. Ooh. Oh, I saw a product.
We have liftoff.
We have something. Oh. Come to Papa. Come to Butthead. All right. With 4 more tabs, you might get a view. I feel like any box, there's this much work to get into.
Has got to be a good product. Oh. Am I showing?
I don't know. It looks like it's tied down to the actual box on the bottom. Still not yet. Still not yet. Oh, no. Anticipation.
I still can't look. There's some plastic up there.
There's some rope.
And a rope? I guess while you're waiting, you could drop in the comments what you think this could be. I see bubble wrap, it kind of looks like from here.
I got one more rope.
Oh,
What?
it looked like it was going to tip over.
Probably. The whole box. Ta-da! A plastic wrap!
Yay.
This feels like Christmas when your kids get the cool toys you gotta open. But this is my cool toy I get open. Without cutting anything important, and I don't know what's important.
I see a hose right there that looks pretty important.
All hose are important. Don't judge. Ta-da! Instruction manual to follow, or bag, or cover, or accessories, because why not?
So for all of us non-boating people, I'm guessing we still have no idea what this is. Because if I didn't already know what I know, I wouldn't know. Spare parts.
And this is our new dive compressor.
Hooray!
This allows us to fill up our scuba tanks without finding a random shore to fill them up, which can be difficult to find a scuba shop in some of these islands. Also, part of our way of making money out here is to clean hulls for other boaters. To do a thorough job, that usually takes 2 tanks on some of these boats, and they usually don't call you until their boat is pretty bad. So this allows me to bring my tank back, fill it up, and get back to cleaning all in the same day instead of having it be a 2-day project.
And sometimes even longer than that, because some of the places that we have gone to fill our tanks, it takes multiple days to get the tank back. So they don't just have someone there readily available to fill it up. So sometimes it is quite a lengthy process to get it done.
But the one thing St. Kitts has is a really good garbage disposal place. So we had to get rid of this box. And thus, the opening of the Mantis Scuba Air Compressor.
Now, is there a difference between an air compressor and a dive compressor?
Yeah. This one's a dive compressor.
Right, but could somebody willy-nilly just get like an air compressor
No, because
and make it work?
you have to there's a whole bunch of temperature control and moisture removal that goes into this. This is actually a highly complex machine to fill a dive gear properly, because what you have to do is you have to process the air to make sure there's no moisture in it, that it fills to 3000 psi properly, that it does it with cool air because cool air condenses better. So it's got a built-in coolant system.
I'm guessing what all these gauges and hoses and warnings, add oil. Before starting the machine, the plastic screw must be removed and replaced with a breathing nozzle.
Which I am assuming is in here. So
more unboxing.
we're going to save you all the boring parts of building this thing. And because it's been working so far this video, I'm going to snap my fingers and the floor is going to be done. And just like that, with the snap, it is still way not done. As a DIYer, I've been looking at this project and thinking to myself that, you know, maybe I didn't clean the surface well enough when I put it down. Maybe it was how I installed it, that I didn't smooth it out enough. But what you're seeing with all this residue on the stairs is that I had good adhesion to the deck. Scraping it off and cleaning it off, it's that the glue wasn't sticking to the foam itself and coming up. That's a factory thing. That's not a me thing. Which is good and bad. Because if I had done a crappy job installing it, I wouldn't have to be removing all of this glue. But because I didn't do a crappy job installing it and I bought a crappy product, well, we got one more snap.
So today we are taking this bimini that we got for the dinghy as part of the dinghy remodel, and we are headed over to shore to attach it. And putting a large item on a dinghy while it's moving is always a calamity. So let's see how this goes. Blaine's a pro, though.
Wow, the Mantis is so stable. It's just so easy.
Well, that was better than I thought. Now let's see if he can start it. Oh. Wow, one pull. Gotta love that.
I'm a one-pole Joel.
Gonna be bumpy while I get in, 'cause I am never graceful. Ready?
I just want to say no one time and have you freak out half step in.
Well, that wouldn't be nice. So we are going right over there to that beach. And we have to go to this beach.
I know.
Oh. Off we go.
I've not been to this beach before, so we got to watch for rocks and stuff and depths. Have you
Over
been?
there it was very shallow.
I'm just seeing the rocks up on shore, which means there's going to be some underwater too.
Right. Snorkeler.
So here are audio cuts out for the rest of the build montage, whatever you want to call it, which is fine because nobody needs to hear us going, does this look right? Does that look right? But putting this bimini together was pretty easy. We had a lot of fun, and the thing about the Mantis that we love is that you can just pull it right up on shore anywhere and do anything you want. But having the bimini is going to be really nice for day explorations and keeping the seats dry and keeping them cold, because as you see those little black pads right there, they can kind of get kind of hot. But this way we can use the dinghy more as a adventure mobile and less as just a shore and back transportation.
When you just hit that part of the day where you're just done, you're just done. And today we decided, after our morning excursion all the way into town, we're just done. So we're gonna go for a swim. Hope to see you on the flip side. Bye. Let's see if I can do this without... I haven't jumped in the water for so long.
We live on a boat.
Huh?
We live on a boat.
We do, but we've been in such crappy acreages.
Look at the top.
Yep. Woo, that's cold. Join us on Sailing Cameo next time as we explore St. Kitts and Nevis and do some provisioning for our jump to Guadalupe.